When the outside world and the sunlight, like sunlight trying to get to a plant, can't get in, what happens? Everything rots. Everything festers. And everything turns into a toxic dump of unrealized hopes, of unfulfilled dreams, of uncared for feelings. And somehow, even though we may be fighting this all the time, we still want to be there. This has to do with dog training. When a guy is terrific some of the time, because what are toxic men? We would be totally not interested in them at all, except they're charming. They're really good at doing what they have to do to keep us interested. They're really, really, really good at it. And what draws us is not just the awful stuff. I mean, we're not stupid. It's not just the awful stuff. It's the great stuff that they do, the incredible sex. They may be powerful. They may pat us on the head. They may smile at us occasionally. They may take us someplace nice. These are the intermittent rewards. How dog training works is this. I'm addicted to the dog whisperer. There's all kinds of animal training, but let's say the animal training where you use treats. What you do is you give the dog the command, and when it starts to do it a little bit, you give it a treat. And then it learns how, if it does that command correctly, it gets the treat. So you make it sit, and you give them a treat, and they go, next time, they sit, you say sit, they sit, you give them the treat. Well, what they discovered, and this is across the board in labs all across the world, is that if you give the treat some of the time, the dog works harder. So if we had a man who's giving us attention all the time, we don't get addicted to that. But if he's giving us attention every once in a while, giving us great sex every once in a while, telling us we're pretty every once in a while, we're going to work harder like a dog. We're going to sit there. We're going to stay in this relationship hoping for a treat. You may have learned, for instance, to be co-toxic in a way where you never felt your own needs were getting met, where you felt they never would be met, that you would always be deprived, that you would always be second class. If there were problems in the family and somebody else was getting all the attention, you might feel second class. Well, you could carry that into your life, like Cinderella here in the picture, which is, I'll never have anything. Or you could flip it and turn into the queen, which is, me first, everything. So, flip sides of the coin. We respond to these themes in a way that we've built for ourselves over our whole lives. And then what happens when we get next to a man? We get triggered by him, right? We get triggered. You've probably heard a lot about triggering from, especially my Commitment Blueprint product. You get triggered, and then instantly we react just the way we learned, the way we created to react to this environment. He's now this environment. And it's all about surviving. We think it's about love and the future, but it's actually just about surviving. It's like we're working against ourselves. So what we're going to be doing here, I'm going to call romancing the stranger. This is wooing your dark part, loving and embracing the monster inside, saying hi, saying, okay, I accept you, romancing, dancing with. We are all many selves. We really are. We're many, many selves. We have many personalities, and sometimes they're always fighting each other. If we can get them all working together, it's great. What was his high scoring groups there?
Well, in particular, it was Group B, which was neglectful, withdrawn, addicted to anything that takes a priority over me, the relationship, and emotionally unavailable.
All right, cool. So I'm going to explain these categories as we go along, too, as we hit on them. A is an aggressive man. He complains, he belittles you, he leans forward, he makes fun of you, he's aggressive, and puts you on the defensive all the time. B is the withdrawn guy who ignores you, doesn't pay attention to you. That's your guy. And what we want to make connection is, how are you responding to that? So let's look at your trained themes.
Okay.
What did you write for 3 of those? Give me your trained themes.
My trained themes. You're to be seen and not heard. You don't want that.
Ooh.
You have to work hard to get what you want.
You have to work hard to get what you want. All right, well, you can see right away how that connects with a guy who's ignoring you. You don't want that is he ignores you, and then you talk yourself out of it, and you say, oh, he's busy. I don't need to have that, right? And what was the first one?
You're to be seen and not heard.
So did you feel that you shouldn't speak up at all? Or,
No, I was quite vocal.
So the rule in your family was you should be seen and not heard, but you created for yourself. Tell me about your life thing. You created a vocal self, so you went the flip side of that.
Yes. Yes. An urge to do more than my fair share. Feeling compelled to control. Think most things that happen in a relationship are my fault.
There you go. So no wonder he's ignoring you.